It's that time of season when the ads are in full fire, and there's a couple of them that we felt worth responding to. My personal favorite one is the one that depicts a farmer or rancher. It's called Around Here. And there's actually two versions of it, because after they shot the first one, it was pointed out to them that the farmer has his hat on backwards. So they've done the second ad with the hat correctly positioned now. The other one has to do with attendance at Agriculture Committee. And there's not an endorsement I'm prouder of, or a relationship I'm prouder of in my public service life than the one I have with the farmers and ranchers in this district. As a first-time candidate, I made a commitment to them that if elected, I would seek to and would serve on the Agriculture Committee. Folks say it's not a wise thing to do. There's not a lot of lobbyist contributions that come with service on the Agriculture Committee. I made a commitment to. I've come to admire and respect the folks who clothe and feed our state and our country. And that's a commitment that wasn't just one session, that's for my public service career. There's not an endorsement I'm prouder of than that of Farm Bureau. And I have with me the president of the San Pat Farm Bureau, the board member of the National Farm Bureau, John Barrett, not only a Navy colleague of mine, but also one of the most respected conservationists and agriculture activists here in town, in the coastal bend, and Sid Bro, who owns the cotton gin that services this area. Meetings. I sit on two committees that are of critical importance to the coastal bend. One is Defense Affairs, which will play a huge role in what happens with Naval Station Ingleside when it closes. The other is the Agriculture Committee. And as hard as you work, you can't be at both places at the same time. What I have to do is use my chief of staff, position ourselves in each committee hearing simultaneously. And when a critical vote takes place, I shoot back and forth to get there. I'm proud to have a 100% Texas Farm Bureau voting record on the key issues that matter. These guys know and personify work ethic. When we're in session, I'm the first one in the building and the last one out of the building. And 72 hours ago, the Navy entrusted me with command of a squadron, and I'll let the work ethic that requires speak for itself. So with that, of course, I'm glad to answer any questions, but I'd love it if you had a chance to talk to the subject matter experts who have been mentors and partners of mine in this session, and I hope for the sessions to come. We start with this is Mr. Bobby Ned Bollock, who is again a board member of the State Farm Bureau.
His voting record and his performance as a state representative has made him a true friend and a voice of agriculture in the Texas legislature.
That's from a guy who knows how to put on a cowboy hat properly. And I hope when the media gets a chance to do their ad analysis of an ad entitled Round Here, I hope one of the first questions will be is the person depicted from Round Here? These guys are from around here. This is Troy Ned Bollock, who's the president of the San Pat Farm Bureau.
Thank you, Juan. As a local ag producer, we really appreciate the work that Juan's done in Austin. He's been very accessible whenever we have a need or an issue that is local to our community or our area for an agriculture issue. He's been very receptive to our concerns about those issues.
John Barrett is a colleague and is recognized as the local subject matter expert on property rights issues. I'm glad to have him here.
Representative Garcia has worked with us well and Texas Farm Bureau on protecting property rights in opposition to the TTC I-69. I'd also like to add that on a critical issue for local agriculture, which is the certification of cotton on the New York Cotton Exchange, Representative Garcia quickly understood a difficult issue and has worked well with us on trying to implement a new program which will protect the economic interests of the coastal bend agriculture in the Port of Corpus Christi. Thank you.
Thank you,
Let me interrupt just a second. Please. Juan is a hands-on person. So he talked about how to put on a cowboy hat. He knows how to put on his work clothes. He's been out on our combines and our cotton pickers and our tractors. He's gone out to the field to see what we're dealing with in agriculture and the issues that are important to us. Visits with us while we're driving equipment or working on the farms and ranches. And that means a lot to us. It's very, very important to have a little dirt on your hands when you start dealing with issues to understand exactly what's going on out in the country.